London, Britain's Conservative government made sweeping promises to cut crime, improve healthcare and revive the pandemic-scarred economy as it laid out its plans for the next year in a tradition-steeped ceremony in Parliament, but without Queen Elizabeth II, who was absent for the first time in S. The 96-year-old monarch pulled out of reading the Queen's speech at the ceremonial state opening of Parliament because of what Buckingham Palace calls episodic mobility issues. Her son and heir, Prince Charles, stood in, rattling through a short speech laying out 38 bills the government plans to pee. The speech, which is written by the government, promised Prime Minister Boris Johnson's administration would grow and strengthen the economy and help ease the cost of living for families. But it contained few immediate measures to relieve households struggling with soaring prices for domestic energy, as well as bills on education, healthcare funding and leveling up economic opportunity to poorer regions. The speech promised laws aimed at pleasing the government's right-leaning voter base, including promises to seize Brexit freedoms by cutting red tape for businesses and overhauling financia. Some of the plans are already strongly criticized by opposition parties and civil liberties groups, including a contentious new law to outlaw disruptive protest tactics favored by groups such as Extinction Rebellion. Human rights groups also have criticized plans for a British Bill of Rights to replace current rights laws based on the European Convention on Human Rights. Some environmentalists worry that a bill to allow precision-bred plants and animals opens the door to genetically modified food, which is currently banned. Johnson said before the speech that its measures would get our country back on track and press on with our mission to create the high-wage, high-skilled jobs that will drive economic growth across our whole United Kingdom. In a video message, he said the government's focus was on growing the eco. Britain's inflation rate has hit 7%, and prices for domestic energy have spiked even higher, as the war in Ukraine and Western sanctions on energy-rich Russia compounded economic disruption from Brexit and the COVID-19 pandemic. The government has given most households a £150, $185, tax refund, but has rejected opposition calls for a windfall tax on the profits of big energy firms, saying that could discourage them from investing in UK renewable energy projects.